Good evening, guys. Welcome along to Friday Night Live, actually. Hope you've had a great week. Hope you managed to do Q alright. Yeah, quite a few things to discuss. Been playing around with car a little bit, seeing if I can spice things up for the weekend, but hey up, Gaddy, mate. You alright, fella? Yeah, welcome, my man. Welcome. Obviously, Q was not very good, so I'm hopeful we can learn some things for tomorrow. So yeah, I attempted to do my second account. I did Q2, I think. Yeah, I did Q2. And it turned out that in the end, the setup that gave me the best corners was the best car, but the setup with the highest speed gave me the best quality. It was really bizarre. I just couldn't seem to make anything make sense, but yeah. Anyways, I don't think there's going to be out in there I need. We'll get it anyway, just because it's there. Probably Logan Sargent. Oh no, DeVries. Hutch is feeling nice to give me DeVries today. Have we got any more timers before next week? Probably. I won't be bothered about that. I'll just crack these guys so they're out of the way. I did make strategy guide for tomorrow. Let's have a look. I've got some notes to look at. So yeah, I've looked at the tracks tomorrow. Mainly because I wanted to see, because one of my qualifying is going to be terrible, and at least one car. So I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, especially on some of the 8-lap races like Mexico, Canada, Melbourne, possibly even Barcelona. I think they're all going to be one-stop races. It's kind of the best way to get round some of them. But again, it's going to come down to where I start with my queue as well. So tempted this morning just to stick credit card on and get fucking 30 crates and buy loads of Lewis Hamilton. And then I thought, no, don't do it, you idiot. It's too late. Season's nearly over. You know what I mean, though, when you're just so close to being really competitive. Probably won't need to spend that much, but yeah, it's not the right time, Andrew. So I just want to go. We'll try the full, because everyone's saying, why did you change from the corners setup that you used to run? It worked so well. Yeah, it did, but it seemed to really hurt me with my speed and qualifying. But now speed's up to 119, it might be a different scenario. So we'll have a little go. Let's try K-Mag just to see what crack is if you use them both. If anyone wants to test anything or check anything, please let us know. I'm going to try land on some of the races for tomorrow. So Mexico, Canada, Monza, Silverstone, Baku, Barcelona, Melbourne or Jeddah. If I can get any of them, it'll kind of help me run the strategies for tomorrow, Because we're in Series 12, we're going to get Series 12 bots, so it's going to be exactly the same as tomorrow. Let's have a go. So yeah, I always do a rough strategy guide. It's on a piece of paper. Obviously, I don't show you it because the ones Asa does and Soteri's does, and James from F1 All Stars, they're all really good guides. I can't better what they're already doing. Personally, I'd take all theirs and make your own out of it. Suit your drivers and car. 16. So, I mean, you could run him and probably take the hit on team score. Yeah, let's just run it, no boosts. See what happens. Obviously, the driver stats are going to be really good. We might have a real player here. Except for the qualifying, obviously. But in terms of the actual how they should perform, it should be really good. In saying that, K-Mag's only got bang average. But yeah, look, you see how they're pulling forward fairly quickly. Oh, maybe not. I spoke too soon. Good luck, rival. Ah, you're alright, mate. Don't worry about it. Manners cost nothing, brother. Yes, I'll try. I won't mess with it. I'm not even bothered if we lose. It's more about testing it. I know we ain't got no Bahrain tomorrow, but I'm testing more if Hamilton will do the 3. If he'll do the 3 laps here, he'll do the 3 elsewhere. So yeah, what else did I write down? Q, what I did Q2. Yesterday? Or was that today? Our bloody days are all muddled up to one. No, I did it yesterday. I did Q2. It was actually alright. I finished with, I want to say, what's it called? That front wing. It's like yellow and pink. I can't think of the name. Anyway, I ended up finishing with that wing because my Virtue's only level 3, 2 away from level 4. So I kind of need an option in case I don't get them 2 Virtue. Can't think of its bloody name. Anyway, Zeno surprised me, and in the last 24 hours, I probably had like 140 Zeno cards from green crates. So I'm nearly at a max level on that, so I might even sack Virtue off altogether on Junior 1. Level 3, yeah, it's great for corners, for duels, it's really, really good, but once you're on a GP, it's painful. Yeah, so K-Mag, it's a big fat no from me. Good luck, rival. Look, we're P10, P11. You could argue we might get 40 points, maybe. But yeah, it's just too far back to make a dint on this race. Let's just leave rival. I don't need the coins, Andrew. I'd much prefer to run one of the tracks that we'll be running tomorrow. If you have not seen my setup from previous times, they're the only drivers that I don't have. And same with car, it's just the epics. That's it, Thunderclap, that's what I run about. Because it has speed at a high number and reliability, and your qualifying scores the SCR score, but I can never get that bloody right. Anyway, it helps the qualifying on the junior account more than Virtue corners would, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I need 25 Horizon. Be nice if I could sneak them out for the weekend, but I doubt it. It's too many. I'd need asset trading every night from tonight onwards. So yeah, let's just bump Rover up, see if it helps K-Mag in any way. And then same with the speed. Yes. Right. Let's see where the qual is on this one. Because, I mean, the ideal scenario is you'd use K-Mag, because it'd give you a lower team score, you'd face better rivals. But, in the same breath, you'd also start further back. And you could potentially get outmatched even worse. There is one race I wanted to mention tomorrow. Race 8, 27 to 38 degrees in Jeddah, so watch out for that. Usually I would start soft, but if it's really warm, I think I'll go medium or soft with a tyre boost. We've got rain in Silverstone, usual. We always bloody rains in Silverstone. So this time we got 11 and 13. Okay. So let's run it as we would let's just pretend it's a GP. We'll put a boost on. Not against rival, but appreciate the likes, guys. Thank you. Let's just see if it's any better. So yeah, they get perfect just with a basic race start. It could be the case that your best chance to get away with bad matches is to use them both and just hope you get a mega launch pretty much like this one. I'll run this race out, see what points we finish on. Taking it. Whoa, game just skipped round corner then. That were weird. You see what I mean? He's shot his sen up to P4, which is fantastic on an 8-lap race. I think he's probably going to be good. I think the ones you'll struggle on are going to be the shorter tracks, the Silverstone, the 7 laps. So let's see. We've got Silverstone, Baku, Jeddah are all 7-lappers, but the rest are 8-lappers. So it could be take the pain on the others and use him on the... I don't know. Obviously, this is alright because match is in my favour and I'm using boost. But if you get outmatched with that K-Mag, you're going to start way back. Like proper far back. I think it's only like... his quality's only low 70s normally. 5 whatever percent it is, it's not added much to it. Would we get a 47? It's looking like it, in fairness. Obviously, this is only a duel, but it is Series 12, so you'd expect the bots to be the same. Maybe you have... it worked for you last week, but that was 25. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Over the full 8 races, yeah, I think it's just too much, innit? Gotta... like, yeah, for one race, yeah, great. Works well, mainly on duels, but... yeah, when it comes to moving forward in the opening round, you can't afford to be that far back, can you? So, similar to last week and the week prior to that, the boosted driver, the second one, is good for a duel, but that's about it. Unless, obviously, if you've got a level 7 or 8, then forget what I'm saying, it's probably worth using it. But saying that, if you've got a level 8 K-Mag, you've probably got a level 8 Verstappen as well, so... yeah, so scrap that then. Forget K-Mag, we need a better option. It's going to be Verstappen, innit? It has to be. I think what I might have to do is use Verstappen, who's behind my Hamilton, on a soft strategy, and put my front driver on a slower strategy, you know, like slow him down maybe. That's what I thought. Maybe use Hamilton on a 1-stop and just purposefully like hold him back. Oh crap! I missed pit lane. Right, we'll leave that. Nobody wants to watch me do a lap with no tyres. Come on. I'm using Max and Charles this week, but they are both level 7. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think you'll do well, mate. I think you just need to avoid anybody that's got maxed out bloody Hamilton and maxed out bloody K-Mag. You know, in a really good car that's in disguise just at 5%. Yeah, I won't recommend ever forfeiting your races, people. I'm only doing this because of what we're actually doing. Look how many coins I've got. I don't think we need to worry. Yeah, I mean, it's one of them, innit? I had a little look, it goes up to 88, but his other stats are insane. So it's whether... it's like what you've got compared to that, I guess, you know? If you've got a level 7 max or whatever, it's going to be pointless even considering it. I mean, even my Ocon from bloody other week's better than K-Mag. I need to find either a good number 2 or complete... I could just lose the Hamilton and just go with 2 rares. Because obviously Hamilton's the better driver, but he's losing my team score and Q. I could just do that. Let's see what that gets you in a Series 12 duel, as in terms of qualifying position. 376 has been the top 6 for the last 4 GPs. Yes, mate. For mine, the last 2 have been maybe top 8 have been... Oh, no, I was in yours, wasn't I? It might have been my other group on the other phone. Yeah, it's been very similar to that. If you're not getting 376, you can forget about a podium. Unless you're in a really low flag group. But yeah, it's that point of the season, mate, where I think to get a podium, you need the 376 as a standard sort of thing, don't you? So yeah, we'll try this then. 2 rares. Now, this is what I was using up until when I got Prost. But again, it's only because I don't have the epics. It's not because I think that it's a good mix, I hope. 1,000 flags. No way. Yeah, but I bet that's because there's loads of people at that number. It has to be, right? We ain't got Spa tomorrow, have we? We have not, Andrew. Yeah, that'll be because there'll be loads of people at that number, won't there? It's like, I've got a couple of friends from one of Greece teams, and they're like, I think they're like 2,000 and 3,000 flags. And now, because all the people that were there in their groups, they've all started going up the series, you know, for CC score. So it's left less and less people at that flag range. So I can only imagine it's making it harder. But yeah, like you said, it's tough everywhere, isn't it? I did the whole... I was down on 3,000, 4,000 for quite a long time. And I was staying up late and doing late GPs. And to be honest, mate, it does help a little bit racing later at night. Because you're less likely to encounter a real player or even get disconnected. But in the same breath, I mean, for every time it worked, there was a time where it was just normal as well. So... yeah, the flags things works. They need to do something to change it because, like, the biggest problem I think is now, like, pretend I've never played this game before in my life and I find it tomorrow, yeah? You guys have all been doing all this work all season, yeah? All I have to do is put in my credit card, buy 2 or 3 sets of them 10 crates, and I could probably get a better result in tomorrow's GP than most people will. That's the thing that's a bit wrong for me. You shouldn't be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? All right, if you put your credit card in and spend an absolute fortune. But basically, if you get an epic and you get it in a crate and then you buy the unlock offer, you're getting it up to level 5 or 6. And then if it's boosted, do you know what I mean? You could do a GP with practically no flags. I've done it again, haven't I? Oh, no, I haven't. So yeah, I mean, the most realisation I found about the flags thing is, you know your friends list on your game where you can look at your league? There's a friends list on there as well. If you look at that, it'll show you where everybody you know through Facebook is in the game, and the majority of people are all really, really low. Bloody lighters, man. And it's the only way you can play the game, though. It's not because they're doing it wrong or they shouldn't be doing it. It's the only way to get good groups. Otherwise, you get that thing where there's 10 players on 370 and 376. Do you know what I mean? You could have a perfect weekend and lose out because you were a millisecond slower on fast lap. I think when it comes to that, none of yours are on max flags, yeah. A couple of mine are, but it's more my teammates from Leeds United. Some of them just went up mega early, last year. The start of this year, sorry. But yeah, it sort of undermines somebody who's raced all year if you can just go on, stick 30 quid in it, and automatically do better than them. I think that's a bit backwards. Obviously, it is a pay game, and I get that they want to earn money, but I'm saying that. When I say it like that, I'm not talking because I don't spend money. I buy a pit pass for 2 accounts. So I do spend, I just don't do the crazy spending. So yeah, maybe they could split it up. Or an easier solution, I think, is to put bots into GP groups. So instead of having 100 real players, have 75 real players and 25 bots. Do you know what I mean? So obviously don't have bots that are bloody faster than every person who plays the game, but just quick enough to compete in the group. But not so much that there's 10 people on the same score. Bloody light as him on. Not having much luck here. Better go inside. Come on, dog. Pretty cold in Leeds today. Finally a win. Yeah, I think on my list I'm the highest YouTuber. Which, it's not a good thing. As I say, the flags determine your group, so it was an eye-opener, let's say. Well, I'll let you have a look. Obviously, you can have a look, can't you, whilst you're on stream? I forgot, yeah, you can have a look yourselves. So yeah, I think this is what's causing all the issues with matches as well, because obviously, ideally, say it wants to match me with somebody with same team score, but it can't always find someone with same team score and flags, so it's like finding the next best thing. So, I mean, I don't really want to show the names, but they're all on here. You can all find this information, so it's not like I'm hiding up, or they're hiding up, but let's just take an example. I don't really want to point anyone out. Right, alright then, Gaming with King. Everybody knows him, you all know what flags he's on. So he's on 4,000 flags, which basically means he's in series 6, 5. There I am. There you are, mate. Yeah, you're all on here, probably. There you go. You're right behind me. So, yeah, obviously, if you look at my team, Leeds United, Leeds United, Leeds United, Leeds United, Leeds United. I think Azza's near me and you, to be honest. But, yeah, it sort of makes you realise what the whole thing, what's going on. So, I mean, look, there's Azza. So, Azza's quite high, 6,000. Oh, crap, sorry. 6,000. I think I was on 6 before. You've got Gaming with King on 4. Soterius is on 3,000. Wow. I mean, the Pilotto, I think he just started that account, so I don't know about that one. But yeah, basically, the lower the flags, the better the group. And until they can sort of find a solution where players don't have to do that, then I think it's going to continue to be done. Because if you don't do it, you end up in the groups that me and Gary mentioned, where there's 15 players on 375. So if they can't change that, maybe the best solution is to add bots to the groups. So like, don't have a bot that's getting 847s, but they could have a bot that's got 842s, couldn't they? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they shouldn't make it obvious as well, so in your eyes it just looks like a normal group. But there isn't bloody... Instead of 15 people on top score, you've got 7. Can you imagine though, if you've been in group all year and you've been smashing been doing really well. You've been getting 376s, pretty consistent, and you haven't once had a podium. Oh, I'd be sick as hell. Be sick as a dog. Get dry race Spa again. I wanted to do one at tracks from tomorrow. Yeah, it'd be a proper killer, that, wouldn't it? Jeez. Yeah, so because there's so many 8-lap races, I actually think it won't be that bad. Obviously, bloody... Oh, why do they always hit us with that bloody Monza? Every weekend. I think now they're just including it because it trips so many people up. And they need to sort out who gets P1 somehow, don't they? Because I'm not the only one. When I look on Discord and on Facebook, there's enough people struggling. Yeah, don't ever boost like that. Don't ever copy what I do in a duel. It's only because it's a duel that I'm messing around. I'm going to quit this, so we don't need to do this. I won't mind just doing one of the tracks, just because I want to test Verstappen's tyres in the right scenario for tomorrow, because his tyre management's quite low. So I need to decide if on the 8-lap races, do I do it with a tyre boost or do I just leave it as it is and go slow? Look, he's only got... Oh yeah, sorry, wrong one. My bad. We'll go back to tomorrow. Right. So yeah, 83 and 81. So one of them is going to have to become a one-stop driver just because I can't have them both doing 2 stops when they're starting so close together. So I need to kind of decide. Based on that, you'd go with Lewis, but let's see who gets the best starts. Please give me a track from tomorrow, Hutch. I know you don't like me much, but... When I say stuff like that, I am only joking. I know there's no bias going on. I just seem to be the unluckiest person alive. When it comes to getting any fortune with this game. I suppose that's what makes me keep trying to battle it back, though. I'm always freaking trying hard. I'm not down for long. 9 and 12. Ooh, Spielberg. We don't have that either, do we? No. I'm having to do... It's getting dark here. Right, 1 minute 30. Both on soft. Let's go. Oh, we're waiting for Andrex. For a second, I thought it said Andrew. There's enough Andrews in this game. I'll tell you that much. Yes, mate, definitely. I struggle with the tyres then because there isn't many race starts with tyres. Do you know what I mean? So I have to kind of decide between the two. Do I go with the tyres? Do I go with a race start? I'm thinking, like, Verstappen's obviously getting the qualifying over Hamilton, even though he's an epic and he's a rare. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be 2-stop Verstappen, 1-stop Hamilton, except for the races where they both should be 1-stopping, like Canada, etc. I think that's going to be the way to go. I'm not sure on Hamilton's stats, but I think his defence is alright as well. Yeah, can you imagine if I'd not bloody maxed out all my rares like I did? Just having a normal level 8 be real harsh. Let's go in for some... Yeah. Oh, crap, I selected bloody thingy then. I pressed wrong thing. It don't matter, but I'm sure I selected soft. Right, so you guys don't mind if I forfeit to find the right tracks, do you? I mean, it's me who loses out, not you. I'd run the race, but it is pretty pointless. I'm way ahead at match. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, cheers, mate. Obviously, it's about trying to figure out for tomorrow. I tell you what I will do, though. I won't be racing till after 9:30, 10 o'clock tomorrow, based on last week's disconnection on other account. I'll wait till after 10 a.m. Obviously, I was just a bit eager beaver. I thought, oh, internet's good, but you don't expect a DC, do you? Come on, give us a track. Come on, Hutch. Watch it be Belgium. Oh, bloody Monaco. Hey up, Connor, my man. You alright, fella? Good evening, my friend. We're just having a bit of fun, playing around. I'm wondering if yeah, I'm just gonna... Should we run this one? It's a bot. Yeah, all good, mate, all good. We're just kind of playing around for tomorrow. Messing about, I guess. You could say. Basically, just trying to figure out what's my best route to take tomorrow. K-Mag's not the best driver. I think even if you had the max level, he still wouldn't be the best driver. But we're just thinking, am I better off going with both rares and taking the team score, or should I keep Hamilton? I think just for the match sake of it, I'll keep Hamilton, but he is a better driver in terms of his other stats. It's just whether he gets a good enough launch for you. I kind of hope they bring back where they used to do rares and epics, because I miss that. I really hope so, my mate. I really hope so. I deserve one for all bloody effort, but I'll be honest, mate, there's too many good players who've got better setups than me. If I can get some good fortune, I'll be right there trying, don't worry about it. Yeah, hey up here, mate, you alright, fella? No, bro, we're just chilling, really. Just chatting, talking tomorrow, really. Yeah, my mistake, guys, I know what my mistake was this season. It were staying too long in contender and not going to Series 11 quick enough. The two things that hurt me most this year were not having Vector and Virtue taking too long to upgrade. So if we work on that basis, that means I should have got to Series 10, 11 quicker. And when I messed up contender the first time, I should have just quit and gone to champion instead of trying to do it for another 2 or 3 weeks. I think once you miss that curve on, with rewards being as difficult and as shit as they are, let's say, you kind of need to be in as many rewards as you can just to get that one good time where you get a good reward. So yeah, I think I've got 35 F medals from champion, and I've not had Vector or Virtue or Horizon once. Which sounds really crazy, but it's the truth. All my Virtues and all that kind of stuff's either come from sprint racing or through just normal crates or pit pass. So obviously it's going to go on the if the flags is exactly the same setup next year, then week 1 Series 10 and 11 for both accounts. Yeah, that's how I'll be doing it. And if the flags remain the same as they've been this year, I'll do exactly the same. Go up to Series 11, forfeit all the races. I think because I only buy pit pass as well for both phones, to get the most for my money, I need to get the highest pit pass crates, like Series 12s or Series 11s, or... Obviously, I've been going through Challenger and Junior and going through Series 3 and 4 and 5. Really, I should have just sort of done them in one night. Which you can do. From this point on, I'm going to be saving whatever bucks I get back from Pit Pass, etc, etc. And then I'll just do a couple of nights that first week. Obviously, Champion don't open straight away. So it gives me about... I think it usually takes about 3 weeks. I'm sure they open Contender first, is that right? They open them in stages. I'm not quite sure of the order, but basically there's a gap between the start of the season and Champion GP opening. So in that gap is when I'll get myself to a decent level. And then obviously I'll have 11 months of Series 10 or 11 pit passes instead of 2 months at Series 11, 2 months at Series 8, 2 months at Series 9. Obviously, gold crates are hit and miss, aren't they? Sometimes you'll get some, other times it's Logan or Brute Force. So I think you need to give yourself as much opportunity to get the top ones. And obviously sprint races. So when everyone else is messing around in Series 2 and 3 sprints, I'll be doing Series 10 and 11. And I'm guessing that's what a lot of people did this year. Because guys were getting bloody P1 in Champion a month into the season, weren't they? You know what I mean? And I think that'd be a good time when groups would be less congregated, let's say. Yeah. But at Series 9, you didn't unlock the epics. Do you know what I mean? If you look at the epic drivers, they're all Series 10 upwards, aren't they? It kind of depends how they set it up. But basically, you want to be just on the border of where the epics are. So, like, if it were this year, you'd probably go to Series 10. So that you could do Series 10 sprints and get Series 10 crates in Pit Pass. Do you know what I mean? So, like, next year, we'll know by, like, the parts. We all know what the good parts are. And if... Apparently, they're keeping the Legend boost for next year. So that tells me they're keeping the same stats. Or the same type of stats. Corners, race start, etc, etc. So, like, all the good parts this year are in this section here. Majority of them are in these two here. Yeah? Slots 6 and 7. Yeah? Them two. If you look, Warden, Suspense, Vector, Transcendence, Free Flare, Thunderclap, Virtue. The front wing's different because they only have 2 epics, don't they? Do you know what I mean? And they're at different levels, whereas these 2 are at the end. Them 2 are at the end. So yeah, maybe front wing's slightly different. So yeah, it's like with drivers, what I was going to say is the car parts. So like the minimum one was Series 10, look. So you could go to Series 10, know that you'd get a good epic for a car part, let's say. And then with the drivers, again, look, Series 10. So if you went to Series 10, you'd be on this border here, up to Bottas, I believe. Yes. So you'd be like there, that'd be your highest unlocked if you unlocked everything. But you're on the verge of everything else, aren't you? You can unlock the rest in GPs. Whereas this year, I stopped at, Series 8 I think it was originally. So what's that? That's that, innit? Yeah, so I mean, I stopped at Debrief. So I mean, I had no chance of getting epics, did I? You know? Obviously I did in GP, but in terms of sprints and pit pass, it was never going to happen when I stopped at Series 8, which is there. So yeah, I mean, Don't forget though, guys, I'm saying all this, and it's totally based on if they carry the same system over. Yeah, and if you go to the higher series, you're gonna get Series 10 crates, and I'm not sure on the numbers, but I think as you go up in the series, you get more of the previous series. So like the odds on it. Let me just pull it up. Like this bit here. Like a Series 1 to a Series 12 is different numbers. So like, you go to, say I could go back to the start year now, and I'd start again. It's day 1. Yeah, I've got my CC and everything. I would literally put a crate timer on, get $1,000, and just sit there doing races all the way to Series 12 till I'd spent all the bucks. And once I got to Series 10, whatever, and I got an epic unlocked that I wanted, I'd then use my CC to build up that one driver and buy the unlock offer. And then you can just sit there, lose all the flags, and then just get your first couple of GPs. Yeah, it might be tough because you'll have a decent amount of flags, but you've then got 12 months of Series 10 crates in Pit Pass, as well as 10 months in Series 10 sprints. So by month 3, you're going to be looking pretty at you, Don't get me wrong, you might have to just get F medals for the first couple of months, but by month 3 and 4, you're going to have such an advantage on everybody else that you're going to probably dominate. But you could also, as well, with that, come up against people who've spent a lot of money doing the same thing. So, like, remember I showed you the people on the low flags? So, like, they're putting in $30,000 on day 1 or whatever event has the best epics on when it first opens the new season. And then they'll go to Series 8, let's say, and they reduce alt flags, and they sit there all year. So obviously you've got to compete against them guys, so you need to find a way to beat them. And when they've got levels on you all year, you're not going to beat them. You need to be ahead of them in order to beat them, do you know what I mean? Right, let's go. We'll try the full corner now. We'll try both drivers as well, why not? Let's have a bubble bath. So yeah, I think that had been my plan for next year. Obviously, I'm saying all this and Hutch could completely throw a spanner in works and change everything. So it's not set in stone, but if everything remains the way it has this year, for me to get the most out of my money, that's the way I'll be doing it. And I've got 2 accounts, so I can sort of edge my bets. I can put one in Series 10 and one in Series 11. Yeah, I think that's what I've got on, mate, now. The corner one, yeah. I know that the best setup is corners. I know that. I'm not blind to what's been going on for the last 8 months. The reason I keep messing with it is just because my qualifying sucks, that's all. I'm trying to get the best out of a bad situation, I think, yeah. Let's boost this. Because we haven't got an Imola, but it is a track that I struggle with, personally. I seem to always want to do a 2-stop, but I always get screwed over by alt 1-stops. So we'll try run it how it should be run, which is soft to hard, hard to soft. That's what I've been led to believe. Personally, I like the 2-stop, but it's just the pit lane's super slow. Right. Apparently, I have to not touch it. I've been told not to touch it. I get a bit trigger happy, you've probably noticed. A bit of a sucker for putting power on. Sorry, my man. Good luck, rival. Sorry, bro. I won't be rude. Right, let's swap these round. A 3-3-2 and a 2-3-3. Do you really run that in Imola, honestly, for your GP? I like the 3-3-2. I think that's the faster strategy. But the way the game's going, everything is one stop, man. Majority of it is, anyway. I think just with this track in particular, Ian, mate, the pit lane's just far too long. Push, push, push. No, you're crazy. Why not pitting? Get a grip. Yeah, it's just far too long. I'm not saying that strategy doesn't work. If you're out front and you can get away from the pack, then yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's going to work K-Mag on that last one. I might have to pit him now. Yeah, the tyres, yeah, they definitely don't last, mate. I can tell you that much for sure. I'm just going to leave it. Screw it. Let's see what happens. I know that the optimum strategy around here is a one-stop, but when you're fighting it back, you kind of use a lot of power and a lot of tyre trying to get the points back, don't you? I'm sure you know what I mean, guys. Ideally, you'd do a 4-4, run the medium and the hard, and then push on the hard set of tyres. Because you'd have more... No, saying that, it says 1-4 as well, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, yeah. And I just missed pits again. What a tool bag. I really need to stop doing that. I'm that busy talking and like looking at stuff. I'm just not even concentrating. I'm not this bad of a player, I promise. Ah, well, you all know. Plus, I keep trying to find. We want. Mexico would be a good one because it's first track. I know it's a medium. Oh, Vegas. We ain't got a Vegas. Mexico, you can do a soft, but medium, soft, medium. Nobody does a 2 in Mexico, do they? Please tell me you don't. Is anybody using K-Mag, guys? I know there's a couple of you in there now. Appreciate you watching. If anyone's using K-Mag, please shout up. I'm just interested, that's all. What temperature we got? Right, okay, let's do that then. Tyre degrading on the last lap affects lap time, so don't affect 2-stop that much. Right, gotcha. Yeah, I know what you mean. When it gets at life, it's a bit worse for wear, isn't it? Bloody hell, it's Real Player Central today. Saying that, usually it's for me, isn't it? Yeah, if yous are alright, I don't mind forfeiting this. Just because I prefer to find other tracks. We'll wish him good luck though first. If anyone wants me to race them when they come up, just say. It's only because we're trying to find tomorrow's tracks that I'm doing it. You'll watch, I won't find one. I like you. Live with it, my man. It's a good job I don't need coins, isn't it? I'd like to see how they react on a track we're going to use tomorrow. It's the corners set up. It's both boosted drivers. We can try, yeah, absolutely. Finally, we've got a tomorrow track. Right, Barcelona, 8 laps. Andrew wrote down 2 stop if you're starting at front, 1 stop if you're at back. So we'll try both. 30 degrees. I think it's probably both 1 stop, but we'll give them both a go. Just why the hell not? We'll boost as if it's tomorrow. In fact, let's try something different. K-Mag's going to do a 4-4. Lewis will do a 3-3-2. We'll just see how far we can get. Because the R Series 12 bots. So if I did use Magnussen, this is kind of what we'd be looking at. Hamilton looks good. He's not looking too shabby. I just fear if you didn't get a match in your favour, you'd be in big trouble. Yeah. 1584. We've just had League up here a minute ago. He's literally right behind me, so he should be able to match you. I'm surprised you haven't matched each other, actually. Right, we better win one, haven't we? Otherwise, my bloody win rate will be taking a pounding. Right, I should jump. Oh, K-Mag, that's not good. Slacked off a bit there. That could be the Prince. Yeah, see how Leclerc Sainz is holding me up there. That split second, that costs you that. Just lately, when you need that 1 or 2 positions extra, you can see them like ticking away from you. Do you know what I mean? Like that split second you spent behind that car. I don't know. This is working so far. Come on, Hamilton. Even he can't get past Sainz on his softs. Right, put brakes on. Get him in. So obviously I don't like doing this to rivals, but to bots, I slow him down whilst Magnussen pits in a hope that he can catch up. I'm saying that they've pit behind me, haven't they? So now the question is, can he get back to P2 before lap 8? That's kind of where we're at. Lewis still has to pit, but he can just fly off it and... See, I would attempt using K-Man just because to get the best out of the boosted drivers, both of them, you need both thingies. But it's the times when you don't get the match in your favour that really worry me. Because you just can't make up that quality difference. Yeah, so in Barcelona, 8-lap race, 2 good boosts, it's certainly possible. But yeah, like the 6-lappers, what we got. Oh no, it's not a 6, it's 2 7s, 3 7s, sorry. Silverstone, Baku and Jeddah. They're the ones where you'd really struggle. I don't know, it might be... Just based on this one particular race, I'd be like, yeah, let's give it a go. Let's set fast lap, why not? Oh, wrong driver. Yeah, so based on that, this particular race, you'd be like, yeah, we should probably use that. Oh, game went a bit crazy then. Sorry, rival, good luck, great race, well done, all that lovely stuff. Sorry I boosted. Friday's my boosting day. I'll be honest, I had to boost a few joules on sprint day, although, when was it? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Mainly because if I didn't sprint a couple of the harder matches, and I got like 44, it meant that I had to do an extra race, end to make up the 350. So in end I just stuck a couple of gladiators on. I was like, fuck that. Can't be arsed. So yeah, that worked then, but the match were massively in my favour, and it were probably a bot. Yeah, I think we'll go with the setup, what's on the screen. That's what we'll use tomorrow. So we'll nail that in now. That's the setup. The drivers, I'm still umming and ahhing. K-Mag's quality is really, really bad, but if you can get the match, it's probably worth doing on the 8-lap races. I just fear that one bad match and then he's going to knock you right down grid. Saying that, would a bad match be as bad as using the rare Verstappen? That's the kind of question we need to answer. Because if it's just similar, I might as well just keep going on it. I'll go again. Hopefully, we'll get a shorter race. And that way I can test the theory. Yeah, obviously I won't boost a friend usually, just because not everybody likes using them. And you get some people as well, they're like, oh, I'd have won that race, but you boosted. And to be honest, mate, I've got that many. I could probably boost every race till the cows come home. But like some at Jules, because if it goes past 21 seconds, it's, this is perfect. I know it sounds crazy, but this is the kind of race what we'd expect tomorrow, where I get outmatched and I'm miles behind. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to not touch it and just see what happens. Yeah? When I say not touch it, I mean once they get round turn 1, I'll turn it off and leave it. If they ever get round turn 1, Jesus. Right. Let the game do its thing. 7-lap, K-Mag's quite far back. Saying that, I said I'd leave it, didn't I? I'm already pushing button. Can't help myself. I just want to see if against a bad rival you can still make it back to the positions, I'll just give it a little tickle here and there. Just because obviously we're gonna do a 3-4-4-3. I need the tyre. I push on last lap before pitting, like, we can do that. Yeah, let's go. He's on 60-odd%. Let's give him a little kick. Oh, absolutely, he's beatable. I think it's a bot. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant is he stronger in terms of team score, so it's going to be more of a reference of what will happen tomorrow. If you've watched most of you have seen my stuff in past, you know that I often get outmatched. So it's just more a test against that than it is the bot. I just want to see, like with K-Mag, when you do get outmatched, is it that bad that I could effectively go out in opening round? Or can you get away with it? You know what I mean? We know with a good match that you can get a 47. It's just how bad is it with a bad one? It could even be a real player. I better say good luck just to be safe. Manners cost nothing, Andrew. Yeah, like that is painful. Hey up, how the hell did I go past him then? Did you see that? He were boosting and I overtook him. Bizarre. Right. Lap 5, over the line, 55%. Yeah, so yeah, maybe, just maybe, you could get away with it. I'm saying it's match dependent, but I'm not actually doing that bad. P2, P9, one and a lap. Yeah, I think the 7, there's just not enough laps for K-Mag. An extra lap, he'd probably get right up there, wouldn't he? I think in the 8 ones, he'd probably be fine. Is it, yeah, what we're going to get, P7, P6 probably, yeah. Try and nick a few more. But yeah, this is probably perfect kind of test to what I'd get tomorrow, based on previous experience. Through the middle. Come on, I nearly had that then. There we go. P6, well done rival, bot, whatever you are, well done my man. But yeah, so what did I get? 42. Ah, okay, yeah, of course I will, mate, of course I will. So yeah, this is, so what did he have? 75 team score, probably, yeah? Yeah, I'll always look at setups, mate, it's just easiest way to figure out everyone else is using. So yeah, he's got a Hamilton and a Verstappen. Weird that his Hamilton's so far back. Must be way off his Verstappen, eh? Yeah, I thought as much, didn't I? So, I mean, if I can get 42 against that guy with that setup, then he only got 42 as well. Oh, wow, I didn't see that. How did he win? Oh, 'cause at P1, yeah. Yeah, so Verstappen, car is, it's exactly the same, barring one level on Virtue, one level on Horizon, one level on, oh no, I've got him on Vector, he's got me on the others. So yeah, it's exactly the same pretty much, barring the odd upgrade. So yeah, Verstappen again, as you know, I don't have the Epic, but if I did, we'd probably be in a similar team score. That kind of makes me want to run K-Mag in opening round tomorrow, but I know that I'll just get hammered with matches, I know I will. I mean, you guys are not dumb, you'll know that is just not worth trying. I know in terms of the CPR score that you need, the CRP, whatever bloody score you need, it's like 2 difference, so although it might help me on that, it'll knock my team score off a cliff. What about Leclerc? Leclerc as in the rare or Leclerc as in the epic? I'm assuming you mean the rare, because my epic's only level 5. I could use a level 5, or the epic, right? I could use a level 5 epic, yeah. I mean, I've got a level 6 Perez or a Sainz, but their quality's not that great either. Let's see what Sainz would do. Should we have a go with that? Happy with that? He's better than Leclerc, mate. Look. Can't boost Q, but I can boost overtaking, can't I? Obviously, a level 6, because his Q's only 84 and my rares are better, I just never considered trying them. But we'll give it a bash, why not? You know me, I'm open to try out. I mean, I could just take out Hamilton altogether, put in somebody else, and my team score would probably go up as well. Do you know what I mean? So, like, better qualifying start. Yeah, with Leclerc. Not on the Epic, it's not. But on the thingy, it is, definitely. I could just not use any boosted drivers. Because, look, although it offers me so much on the other stuff, but I think in doing that, it's just going to give me really bad matches in it. You know, if I just go too rares. So yeah, if it were yours, what would you go with? So I mean, like, that's the Epics. Use Hamilton. Yeah, use the Epic Hamilton. Yeah, I will do, of course, yeah. Just because it'll bring my team score down enough that I avoid some of the stronger players. But yeah, I mean, my best option, really. Let me put that in. In fact, sorry, let's just change this round. So it can be how it should be. Right. So that's how I went the other day in qualifying, and the scores were okay, but the car wasn't perfect. We'll probably stick with the car that's on now. So when I compare it to my Epics, of course, we'll try Leclerc first. It's -5 on the queue. You just can't compare it. Use Hamilton and Carlos Epics. Carlos, you want me to put Carlos in over Verstappen? Now, obviously, he drops 2Q, but he's got 3 race start, 1 defending. But it wasn't that bothered me. It was the overtaking. Look how low it drops. I just think my overtaking's bad enough. That were my thinking, but let's give it a bash, yeah? Why not? We'll have one more. Why not, Andrew? Welcome, guys, if you've just joined. I know a few of you have just joined, so... Yeah, good evening. We're just playing around, seeing what we can do to make opening round a bit less painful than qualifying one. I had thought about just using both maxed out rare drivers, scrap the Lewis, and just hope I can get some good matches. Obviously, it'd give me a slightly higher team score. But then again, if you get outmatched, you're in big trouble. Saying that, though, if you get outmatched in any race, you're in big trouble unless you're right behind your rival. 9 and 13. Now, that's not actually that bad. That's first time I've broke top 10, isn't it? Yeah? I think it is. This could be a thing. I'm going to boost it just because I want to see the reaction. Because this could be an option. And of course it's Monza. We've got Monza tomorrow. I'll try play it properly. Try concentrate, Andrew. Oh, wrong button. I hate that, you know, when you got to press button and you end up pressing the bloody thing. I wanted to go past, not bloody get stuck. Right, 7, that's not a great launch, but it ain't bad. Hamilton will make up his spaces on lap 3 and 4, usually. But I think I'd probably put Saar on him, because his race start's good anyway. He'd benefit from the corners and the tyres, I'm sure of that. Saying that, he's doing alright. I think it's usually P6 you need him in to jump everybody. No, thank you, sir. Right. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle. That maybe I should have gone medium, soft. Yeah? Or we go Sainz, but with Frost as a boost, just so he's got the tyre to do the soft strategy. Yeah? Maybe I should be using epics now. I shouldn't be messing with rares. Although the stats are lower, maybe the epics perform better around other Series 12 drivers. I keep trying to find an excuse for why they're not performing, but it could just be that they're not good enough, guys. Come on. Come on. No. Yeah, maybe. Maybe this could be the thing to try for tomorrow. I can't quite sneak past them for whatever reason. Maybe Rooster would have been a better choice. I know you don't have the corners, but I'd have more overtake. It seems to be the one thing that's holding me back a bit. Okay. Let's see what we can do from here. This is actually working out alright. I know I haven't got back to pit yet, and I'm probably going to run out of tyres, but if I change the tyres on the first stint to mediums, I think that'd be workable. I'm just short by a fraction, aren't I? Or maybe Frost and soft, yeah, in that case. That could be the other option. But yeah, the hard's a go, innit? Great little strategy, that one. You think it's in hards? Why would you use hards? But it actually freaking works, man. Yeah, obviously, when you're starting up front, it's a different race. You can get away with medium, soft. Come on, Hamilton, lad. Any more for any more? There we go. P2, P4, that's not a bad race, that, actually. Do you know what, Ian, mate? You might have actually helped me out there, kid. To be honest, I was struggling with that second driver just to make a decision. But based on that one race, I think we'll give Sainz a crack at it. Yeah, appreciate that, mate. And it were Monza. I think if I'd have had the tyre selection slightly better on the Sainz, you know, I should have done a medium soft. Or a soft medium. Just so I could keep using the boost to get the gap. You do know what you're doing. Stop being daft. Obviously, again, though, the match does help. But I think that's probably the best of a bad situation. I'm only losing 2 on the qualifying from Verstappen rare. But I'm gaining a better driver overall. His tyres better. His race starts better. His defending's better. The only thing he's lacking on is overtaking. So I think Rooster would be a really good boost because you'd have the race start, the overtaking, or you do it Prince, defending and race start. With Hamilton, his lowest stat is qualifying, of course, and then overtaking. So he wants Rooster. Or something with overtaking tyres. I don't think there's such a thing, but... Yeah, you do know what you're on about. Stop being daft. I'm still very much learning. Although I've got a YouTube channel and I do 2 accounts and all that, I'm not any better than any of you guys. Some of you guys are better than me. I just share mine, that's all. Yeah, let's have another crack at that. Why not? We'll give it another one, just to see if it wasn't a fluke. Because it can happen. I did get a good match. How far back does science go if I get a bad match? Saying that, he's only 2 off on his queue, so it can't be that bad. But could it also be getting me good matches, maybe? The last 2 have been pretty easy, haven't they? I don't think we have a Brazil, and my crate slots are full. So unless anyone wants me to race it, I'm happy to skip it. We don't have a Brazil this week. Absolutely, mate. I mean, me and Gary started talking because I were helping him, but he helps me just as much. I think having the 2-way conversation is very, very helpful. Do you know what I mean? Even if you're just discussing random stuff, it helps for me to learn the most. I either need to watch it, that's why I love YouTube, or it's like repetition. You know, the more and more I read about it or talk about it, the more it sticks in my head. I ruptured an artery in my right arm a few years back, and I was in a coma for about 6 months. Anyway, when I come round, my brains just never function the same, like my memory. I can remember what I did 15 years ago, but I can't remember what I did 2 weeks back. It's like the lasting thing from that coma where my memory is just a bit messed up. I'm all good, like, but yeah, I just forget the simple things, like what a freaking day it is. 10 seconds. Sorry, mate, I don't know what that means. 10 second Tom? Huh? Are you on about time delay? You were trying to match me, my friend. We don't need to do this race, guys. If you don't mind, I'm just going to forfeit. Just because I'd rather do a race we're going to do tomorrow. It's going to give me a better idea. Obviously, I'll have 2 accounts to do tomorrow. I've got the other one. I think it's going to be close to 1,500 team score. Not because it's got good parts, because it hasn't. It's just got... The rares are getting quite high up now. Again, you know how I suffered with the virtue on this particular account that we're using now? My other one's suffering the same. It needs 2 virtue for level 4. It sounds pretty pity, that, doesn't it? I've got level 4. Now that is what I'd call a very good match. In fact, you could argue it's perfect. Slightly behind, but close enough that you could actually have a race. It's a shame we don't have him alone thing, innit? We'll give it a bash, yeah? We're a little bit far off Andrew, but... Science has got amazing race start, so let's just see what kind of launch we can give him with a Street Shark for laugh. Ah, right, gotcha. Are you watching it now? Wife is got him watching chick flicks. Yeah, you like them really, don't you? You tell us all. I can remember like being about 14, going to taking my first bird to see like Titanic and that. Probably making me seem old to some people, but others will probably sound a bit young. Bloody hell, that worked out well. Ah, gotcha. Obviously, it must be the comedy bottom, I'm assuming. They don't make stuff like that anymore, do they? You know, that right sort of slapstick comedy that we used to get. Right, guys, I'm going to sack it off. Just because there's no point racing that. I can't get a crate, and there's no to learn from it. Yeah. We'll try get another track, but I think we're pretty much done, really. We've been going an hour. We'll try get another track, but I think we'll probably finish if not. I think, guys, what we're going to do is tomorrow we're going to try these. Almost certainly for the first couple of races, which, as I said, are Mexico, Canada and Monza, because they're 8-lap tracks. Even if it doesn't quite work out, there's enough laps to still make some good points, so I can always switch it up once we come to race 4. And I can put the rare back in if necessary. But yeah, I think we're going to give it a go, just because why the hell not? When you compare the two, alright, yeah, you can't boost your Q. I just feel like it just reacted differently. I mean, it says that. The numbers say that one. I don't know. I'll think on it. I'll leave it to bubble overnight and we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's a toss-up between finding an epic to replace Verstappen, or we go Verstappen. I think having 2 rares, it's like they look at it differently. Don't think, just do it, that's it, you've got it, Gono, you've got it, brother. Yeah, so race 1 then. Max Verstappen is no more. Not in this town, he's not. Fancy Lando Norris taking bloody thingy. Well done. Finally, somebody else, man. Hopefully, he takes bloody win this weekend, eh? Oh, yeah. China GP. Well, hopefully, we get it back in game now. So, yeah, that'll be the setup, guys. That's nailed on. 100%. That's the setup. Driver's still questionable, but we're definitely using Lewis. It's a toss-up between Sainz and Verstappen. I'll probably give them both a run tomorrow, and we'll figure it out for Sunday. So, yeah. Plenty of boost, plenty of crates stacked up. We're good for next season. All good here. Yeah, so that being said, I'm out of here, guys. Have a great evening. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully we'll all have a good event. I mean, you can. Don't talk to me about weather though, it's been horrible here. Yeah. Alright, good night, guys. Have a great evening, and if you race before I speak to you again, best of luck. I'll just say good night on the chat. There we go. Appreciate you guys for chilling. I'll see you tomorrow.